the last battle of the first half. This is the Causeway Chaos. One Singaporean, one Malaysian, only one will win, ladies and gentlemen. So keep the crowd going for your first act. Isaac Tan from Singapore! Majulah, Singapura. And fighting for Malaysia, Mr. Nat Kang. Do you know any of these Asian people?
Not really.
So you're going to be impartial about this?
I will.
You're going to be impartial about Langkawi and Tioman as you are about Geylang and Tiong Bahru?
I promise you.
Alright. I trust your judgment. I appoint you as judge. Please don't be as racist as this one. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, these are rosters. Let's get the last battle of the first half going. Make some noise! Normally we have 6 lines for each person. However, because we know this is Singapore versus Malaysia, it's a little bit more contentious, a lot more to insult than just these two. They also need to insult each other's country. So I've given them 8 lines each. So it's going to be a bigger battle. Let's begin, ladies and gentlemen!
Hey Nat, why the long face? When I look at Nat, I see a young, good-looking, slightly promiscuous, talented, funny gay comedian whose jokes will take the internet by storm, sitting behind him. A big hand for our host, Sexy!
I don't know if you give points for kissing ass.
The only thing that will go viral is herpes.
At least I didn't pay for mine. Yeah, and you think my face is long, see my dick. Okay, let's get this party going. Isaac is actually 37 years old. He looks much younger than he actually is. So his face hasn't changed in years, just like his jokes. Isaac's jokes are so old, they'll probably be able to withdraw CPF before him. And I'm wondering, which will last longer, your jokes or your marriage? But I remember your marriage is your best joke.
I know Nat is jealous about my CPF because, as a Malaysian, he has no money at all and no savings. And I know he insults my marriage because, unlike me, no one wants to touch him. He has to pay for it. And I know he said please take a look at his dick, but most people can't find it. When Nat isn't performing, he's working at a bar at the Mary Lion. According to the people that he pay for sex, he doesn't perform most nights. Let me share with you the relationship that Nat has with the customers of the Mary Lion. It's a lot like the water treaty between Malaysia and Singapore. He sells them beer, they drink it, and piss it back into his mouth.
Wait, you say I pay for sex? People pay me for sex. Anyway, so let's move on. Oh, okay. Isaac's actually a hardcore soccer fan. He's shitty at playing it though, He actually broke his leg playing it instead of faking it like a pro. In fact, he probably watched soccer than have sex with his wife because it's easier to watch fake injuries than fake orgasms.
Can you recover, Isaac?
No, it's true. All the married people will know. It hurts. You may not be able to tell from Nat's face, but his life is one of perfect symmetry. His job is to sell contact lenses. So by day he tries to put things into people's eyes, and at night he lets them come in his. Come in his.
Why do you think they've got eye drops? Oh, you're done,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Isaac claims to have only lost his virginity after marriage, which surprises me because he was raised as a Christian. Unless you were that fucking ugly as a kid, even the priest wouldn't fuck you. I think it's more to the fact that he doesn't count anal as losing his virginity. So your wife probably wasn't a virgin when you married her either.
So in case you don't know, I mean, he was talking about priest fucking and all that stuff. That's because Nat grew up as a Catholic. Let me tell you, when Nat was growing up as a Catholic, he sang so poorly, right, that the priest told him to stop praising God. and told him to use his mouth for something else.
That's why I blow the trombone in church. Okay, well...
That's what you call your priest dick, is it?
That one's a piccolo. Okay, I'm going to give him a mouth breather because Singaporeans, I think you bastards complain too much. Especially about Malaysia postponing the high-speed rail. No. That's 500 kilometers of train tracks. We have every right to postpone it, especially when SMRT can't handle 20 kilometers of east-west line. And just like the east-west line, which sometimes doesn't reach its destination, your sperm never found your wife's egg, hence the barren marriage.
So we're going to have to cut it down to just 6 jokes each, it's running out of time.
Oh, okay.
So just only 2 more jokes each.
Cool.
Thank you, boys.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay. Nat's the type of Malaysian Catholic that can change the world. Pope Francis' stance on abortion, for example. When the Pope saw him, they said, we need abortion. That's Malaysians like this. Nat is also a warning to all Malaysians not to let the farm animals fuck them and carry the baby to term. I call this a horse lover baby face.
again, that's where the dick came from. Okay.
I don't think you've watched enough documentaries.
Why watch them when I can watch porn? Okay, let's see. Oh, this thing. Okay, yeah. Isaac's been married for a few years and still childless, as I said earlier. National Service has evidently not improved his marksmanship any, even at point blank range. No difference, I still think he's firing blanks inside his wife. But it's a good thing you're childless, Isaac, because you have to register the baby and then yourself as a registered sex offender.
Every time I actually do think about having children, I come to comedy and I meet Nat and I realize better not. That's because I'm worried to bring a child into the world of sex offenders like this. He keeps talking about marriage and everything, and the reason for that is because he can't get married and he can't have kids without adopting and everything, and he just doesn't want to fuck something that's not his.
How do you fuck something that is yours? Other than your life and career like you. Okay, here's the last one. Your national servicemen are clearly not cut out to defend Singapore, I'll say this much, because this one has barely defended himself against one Malaysian. And to defend Singapore, your national servicemen will first have to stop killing each other in camp.
Oh Christ, okay. Y'all two took 20 years with that battle. It's one rose line, not an entire paragraph, boys. Jesus fucking Christ, we don't pay you by the word. Alright, Laura, let's start with you. What do you think of the battle and who do you think took this?
I think both had good, comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
You had really good comebacks, but I think Nat won this one.
Yeah, hey, of course the gay guy would have better comebacks. Alright, Mr. Barber, what do you think?
Oh man, Isaac, you represented Singapore very, very well. Your roasts were as bland as your fucking food.
Fuck you! I forgot you're from Malaysia, you biased fuck. I might have to change the judging a bit, but Colin, what do you think of the battle?
First of all, I didn't know that Nat was a prostitute. I always thought his sex was free at gas stations. That was an exclusive deal he offered me. But I'm gonna say, it good comes back, but it seemed like everything you said just made Nat stronger. You gave him a dick, he sucked it, back and forth again and again. I'm gonna have to give it a hit.
Alright, the winner of the Nat Kang!